Hello, Lucy. Hey, Jennifer. How did your practice go? Did you like the first lesson last week? It went really well. But just the guide note would take me a while to fully memorize it, but I keep practicing at home, so I think I'll be fine. After 5 years of being self-taught, I finally understand and know what I'm doing. Thank you so much for the guidance. So today we're gonna start off with F scale and C scale. So for bass clef, we're gonna start off with F scale. Alright, so there is another name for bass clef, which is F clef. The dot of the bass clef is on F, so bass clef is called F clef. And the F becomes the guide note. So F and C's are the guide notes that you must know for reading the lower step. Alright, so we're gonna do the F scale, the 5 notes scale, starting off from F. F, G, A, B, and then middle C. So remember the F is line number 2 where the dot of the bass clef is on. So you make sure you understand and how to play the F scale before you start reading the lower step. F, G, A, B, and C. F 5 notes scale. So now we're doing C scale. C scale for treble clef, which starts from the middle C. So treble clef is called a G clef because the dot of the treble clef is on G, and so G becomes the guide note. So we're starting off from G, but then going down F, E, D, and C. So these are the notes of the C 5-finger scale. Alright, so G, F, E, D, C. Now we're doing the bass C scale starting from the bass C. C, D, E, F, G. So this is the C 5-note scale on the lower step, which you need to practice and memorize for reading the lower step. So now we are doing C scale on the upper step for treble clef. So C, middle C, alright, which is C number 4. C number 4 on the keyboard. So C number 4, the C that is in the middle of the keyboard becomes the middle C, C number 4. So C, D, E, F, G. Alright, and make sure you practice and memorize the guide notes that we have talked about from the last class. So now we're going to play 5-note scale on C with right hand. So your thumb goes to middle C, and that is called C position. So you put your thumb on to middle C and then arrange your fingers onto the next keys. So the thumb will play C, the pointing finger will play D, the middle finger will play E, the ring finger will play F, and then your pinky will play G. So you practice that starting from C, G, G down to C. So C, D, E, F, G. So make sure you keep your fingers fully bent, your middle knuckle, and then your top knuckle. But thumb is the only finger that you don't bend. Thumb is the only finger that you need to keep it perched and straightened. Alright. For all the other fingers, you have to keep the top knuckle and the middle knuckle bent. Alright, so that's what we're doing now. 5-note scale with the right hand. So C, D, E, F, G, and G, F, E, D, C. Now we're going to put left hand on F scale. We're going to start off with the guide note F for the lower step. So pinky needs to be on F. And then the ring finger goes to G, middle finger is on A, pointing finger on B, and then your thumb is on the middle C. Alright, so we're going to start off with the middle C and then going down this time. So C, your thumb perched, always. You never lay down or using side finger, but side tip. Alright, so that your wrist doesn't collapse. You understand that? Always keep your hand in the arch shape and then always use toe knuckle, not flat. Don't push your base knuckle down, or you do not lay down your thumb. Always keep your thumb perched so you can always maintain arch shape of your hand with the toe knuckle. And then remember the dangling wrist, okay? Alright? Because once you bend your thumb, you're gonna start creating the discomfort and then also tension. So this is the finger that always keep it straightened and perched. Alright, so let's practice F scale. F with your pinky, G, A, B, C. Again, brushing up, start from C, going down. C, B, A, G, F. So now we're going to talk about the space notes and then the line notes by using acronym. So for space notes, it's a pretty well known, right? All cows eat grass. Yeah, so this is a very common acronym. I'm sure many of you already know. And the line notes, as I explained in the previous video, you can always create your own acronym. Alright, so great boys do fine as always. Great boys do fine as always. Now we're doing the line notes, space notes by using acronym. So the space notes also very well known. Face, F-A-C-E. So the notes are in the space, the room between the lines. It's called the space notes, right? F-A-C-E. So now we're doing the line notes, which means each note is on the line. Alright. So every good boy does fine. As I explained to you, you can always create your own acronym that whatever that it helps you to memorize the letter name of the line and also the space notes. So now we're doing both upper step and then the lower step. Always remember the guide notes. What were the guide notes for the upper step? C's and G's. What were the guide notes for the lower step? F's and C's. So these are the guide notes that it starts from you must remember for reading, okay? So we start off with the middle C. Middle C is called the middle C, not just because it's in the middle of the keyboard, but also it's in the middle of the grand step. When you have the upper step and lower step combined together, that's called the grand step. And so the middle C, as you can see, is in the middle of the grand step. So we're gonna start off with the middle C and then try to find the guide note G. So C and G. And then the treble C here. Okay? And then high G. And then high C, which is on ledger line 2. So C, so you have to be able to play those guide notes on the keyboard as well, not just memorize drawing the notes, alright? And then also we have to find all the guide notes for the lower step, C's and F's, right? F is already there. The F is where the down of the bass clef is on. So this F. Okay, and then the bass C. Alright, and then the low F hangs below the bottom line. And then the low C. Low C is on ledger line number 2. So C, F, C, F. We found all 5 guide notes for the lower step and also all 5 notes on the upper step. So we have talked about the 5 guide notes for the upper step and the lower step. F scale for the lower step and also C scale for the upper step. We have also talked about the space notes and the line notes by using the acronym. So it's your job to practice drawing and also reading and then being able to reconcile between the guide notes and space line notes to help yourself to read effectively.